Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So this week for my palette per week challenge I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. Now this palette has had very controversial reviews. I know a lot of people have really struggled with the formula of this. I've seen a lot of videos of people sort of swirling their brushes around in these and within minutes they've hit pan on the eyeshadows. I have not had that problem. This shade did come smashed, so I have had to repress it and it's sort of leaked into this one a little bit. But I've not had that problem. They are very powdery, but I've not made any dents in them this week and I have been using them quite a lot. So I was really drawn to the colour story in this palette. I really love all of the colours. It's just really, it's different. I've not really got anything else like this, so I really love all the colours. I'm going to insert some pictures now of some of the looks I've created this week. They're largely green based looks, I think. There's a lot of greens and blues and yellows in this palette to play with, which I really liked. But I don't normally go for sort of green eye looks, so I was quite pleased that I managed to make some that I was quite happy with. This palette as well is also largely matte. There are two shimmers. You've got this lovely green shade down here and then this more sort of goldy bronze shade up at the top. They're both really nice. Today I've used this shade here in my crease and then a mix of these two yellows, sort of blending that out into my crease and outer corner, and then I used this shade on the outer half of my lid and then blended it into this shade on the inner corner, and then I used this shade just to highlight my inner corners as well. Really pleased with this palette. The formula is not my favourite out of all the other ABH palettes, but I've not really had any problems working with it, so I am pleased with it. I'm definitely going to keep hold of this one, and I'm glad that I've got it. So one thing I am going to now talk about is a dupe for it, yet again. We have a £4 dupe, but this palette is from Makeup Revolution. It is only £4. It is the Reloaded Iconic Division palette, and if I hold them up together you can see the colours are very similar. So in one of my previous videos I reviewed the LORAC Pro 2 palette and I compared it to a Makeup Revolution palette. Obviously the formula was not as good. I will link that video down below, and I'm sure that the formula will not be as good as the Subculture palette again, but I'm going to swatch them now for you so you can see the comparison. Okay, so here I've just done some of the swatches in comparison. You can't really see these two here. Those are the sort of highlight shades. They look very similar though, but the one from Subculture is a bit better. Then these are the two sort of lightest transition shades. This one is from Subculture and this one is from the Makeup Revolution palette. As you can see, they are different in colour. As you can see, the gold shimmer shade is actually really close. The pigmentation on the Makeup Revolution palette is actually really good. I'm not sure how well that's going to show up on camera, but that one is actually pretty close. So all of the Subculture ones are on this side and then all of the Makeup Revolution ones are on this side for each pair. Again, they're all quite similar actually. These ones, the colour is slightly off, but I don't know how well, again, this is going to pick up, but this is the light green shimmer shade, and yeah, you can't really see it on camera. I'll see if I can insert a picture or something, but they are very similar. And a lot of the mattes from these ones are actually similar, but as you can see on some of them the pigmentation is just not quite there. But the colours themselves are very similar. Now obviously they're not directly the same colours. There is one more shade in this one than this one. Some of the colours do not directly match up, but they are close enough. You know, if you're on a budget but you really like the shade range of the Subculture palette, this is a £4 alternative, so it is a really, really good option if you can't afford more expensive makeup. Yeah, as you can see, the pigmentation, you know, it's not far off. That's all today. I really, really love this palette, but again, you know, the Makeup Revolution one is just as good. Seeing as I have this one, I am going to use this, but if I couldn't get hold of this palette, I would definitely be happy to use the Makeup Revolution palette instead. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for next week's review, and I will see you then.